The network made an unparalleled contribution to quality, diversity, and equity by hosting guest talks with judges from the Supreme Court of Ukraine during the Russia-Ukraine war, as well as the Supreme Constitutional Court of Palestine and Supreme Court of Israel during the peak of the Middle East crisis. 70% of participants during Global South Network activities since its launch in March 2023 were women. We demonstrate the Global South is not a passive recipient of ideas but an active contributor shaping global norms. Today we are privileged to host Honourable Justice Michail Pikramenos, President of the Hellenic Council of State, Supreme Administrative Court of Greece.
I don't like the long presentations and the long speeches. Dialogue is better than monologue. The case law of the Court of Justice of the European Union and the Strasbourg Court has been instrumental in modernizing national approach to important issues in the field of rights. There is a violation of the European law. The Special Supreme Court, our court, was wrong, in very simple words. Public trust in the European judiciary varies significantly from country to country. However, the level of trust cannot be viewed as distinct from the general differences between high trust societies, mainly in the northwest of Europe, and low trust societies, mainly in the south and east. Historical, social, and economic reasons account for these differences. Trust is the bedrock of any successful operation, whether it be private or state. Judiciary is not in competition with other branches of power, but it is fundamental that trust established and there is a recognition of its independence in the way of its function.
Deseo expresar mi sincero agradecimiento al Dr. Naumen Riaet, la conferencia dada por el magistrado Michail Pikramenos, presidente del Consejo de Estado Helénico de Grecia.
Dr. Naumen Riaet, the founder and convener of the Global South Network, his visionary leadership has established a vibrant forum where judges, academics, and practitioners from around the world can share and exchange ideas. Initiatives like today's dialogue allow us to compare jurisprudence, share best practices, and develop common principles. This has the potential to contribute to transnational standards in procedure and enhance administrative law globally.
I would like to point out that Dr. Riaet's initiatives have not only enriched comparative judicial dialogue, have also fostered mutual understanding of the diverse challenges that courts face in safeguarding the rule of law and constitutionalism. In these days of backsliding of the rule of law, rising authoritarianism and polarization, it is of utmost importance to strengthen mutual understanding and trust.
Despite the fact that Russian armed forces have been near Kiev, the Cassation Court did not stop its operation concerning judicial proceedings and continued its work. Despite the Russian invasion and air alarms, other horrible things of war in all our Ukrainian regions. To express my appreciation for your assistance, for your help in our fight against unjustified war.
Supreme Courts are sovereign. We can rule when we want in the cases which are brought to us by citizens and residents. In the EU, this openness of mind is increased by the fact we apply, in some cases, same norms from the EU treaties or the EU directives or regulations.
Initiative.
It's a wonderful initiative.
The Global South Network opened new horizons for judicial cooperations. Global South Network provide a platform for meaningful dialogue and collaboration, fostering efforts to build a more equitable and resilient legal landscape.
GSN network continues to expand areas of activity, further strengthening its impact and reach.
The universal concept of justice compels us to join our efforts, and this is, I believe, the forum for promoting the same goal.
Well deserved for the hectic activity you have made. I am astonished, I am amazed, I was impressed.
May I at the outset commend you, Dr. Ayad, for the immense work that you're doing in the GSN. The Global South Network is a much admired initiative.
كانت جزء لا يتجزأ من الدولة العثمانية.
We are being criticized for doing our job and for upholding the federal constitution. Like I have said in the past, I will not bend to such lame pressures and insinuations.
It's commendable. South Network focuses on all disciplines and regions, creating a bridge between academia, civil society, legal community, etc.
Honourable judges, distinguished colleagues, on behalf of the Global South Network, it is my distinct honor to welcome you all to the second North-South Judicial Dialogue convened under our Global South Network Judges Guest Lecture Series. I am Dr. Nouman Riayat. I am a lecturer in law at the Leicester Law School, University of Leicester. Before this, I held academic roles at Cardiff University, the Institute of Law Jersey, the University of Law, and the University of York. I founded the Global South Network in March 2023, a unique initiative that brings together academics and practitioners beyond academia, amplify voices from and focused on the Global South, while fostering collaboration between the Global South and the Global North to address pressing social, political, economic, and legal challenges. As the founder and chief convener of the Global South Network, I previously organized around 150 knowledge exchange activities, including 4 international hybrid conferences, 107 PhD in progress weekly panel discussion seminars between May 2023 and September 2025, 12 guest lectures delivered by Supreme Court judges from different countries, and the first ever judicial dialogue between the Global North and the Global South involving Supreme Courts of 13 countries that took place on 20th of January 2025. The network made an unparalleled contribution to equality, diversity, and inclusion by hosting guest talks with judges from the Supreme Court of Ukraine during the Russia-Ukraine war, as well as both the Supreme Constitutional Court of Palestine and Supreme Court of Israel during the peak of the Middle East crisis. 70% of participants during the Global South Network activities since its launch in March 2023 were women. And we have built our bridges with our colleagues in Europe and beyond through dialogue such as today's. The achievements of the Global South Network lie not only in its events, but in its spirit. We amplify the voices of judges and scholars from regions often underrepresented in global legal discourse. We encourage comparative learning that is two-way rather than one-directional, and we demonstrate the Global South is not a passive recipient of ideas, but an active contributor to shaping global norms. Today's event is an embodiment of that mission by bringing together judges from Europe, Africa, Latin America under the framework of a North-South judicial dialogue. We show how administrative law can be enriched by perspectives that cross continents and legal traditions. We are honored to have with us distinguished judges who will offer initial reflections on just our chief guest, Honourable Justice Michail Pikramenos lecture. Justice Luis Alberto Alvarez Parra, President of the Council of State of Colombia, the Honourable Justice Kari, Kuusiniemi, President of the Supreme Administrative Court of Finland, Justice Yves Gounin from the Council of State of France, Honourable Justice Maube Betty Mulemela, President of the Supreme Court of Appeal of South Africa, and Honourable Justice Professor Michailo Samokovic, President of the Administrative Cassation Court of the Supreme Court of Ukraine. Your presence is testimony to the shared conviction that comparative judicial dialogue strengthens us all and that the Global South and the Global North have much to learn from one another. Today we are privileged to host Honourable Justice Michail Pikramenos, President of the Hellenic Council of State, the Supreme Administrative Court of Greece, since July 2024. Justice Michail Pikramenos serves as the President of the Council of State of Greece. His career at the Greek Council of State began in 1989 as an assistant judge, progressing to associate councillor in 1996, councillor in 2011, vice president in 2018. In addition to his judicial career, Mr. Pikramenos is a professor of public law at the Law Faculty of Aristotle University of Thessaloniki, where he also directs the postgraduate program in public law and political science. From 2013 to 2016, he served as Director General of the National School of Judiciary. Michail Pikramenos represented Greece at various international bodies, including the European Commission, for the efficiency of justice from 2011 to 2018. The European Judicial Training Network from 2013 to 2016, and the network of the Supreme Courts of the European Court of Human Rights from 2017 to 2018. Michail Pikramenos has also taught at the National School of Judiciary from 2001 to 2007 and the National School of Public Administration from 1994 to 1995. He has chaired or been a member of several legislative committees. His research and publications focus on constitutional and administrative law, the history of institutions, and the organization of the state and the justice system. With these words, it's my great honor to invite our guest speaker, Honorable Justice Michail Pikramenos, the President of the Hellenic Council of State of Greece, to deliver his lecture titled The Hellenic Council of State and its Position in the European Legal Order. Justice Pikramenos, the floor is yours.